All right, let's go on and get into it. Quick word of the day, right? Never waste your time trying to explain who you are to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Never, never try to explain who you are to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. I think we all can agree to one degree or another that we have all experienced being misunderstood. One of the most fucked up feelings that you can ever go through of experiencing. Because a lot of times that's all we really want is to be heard and understood, right? So with that, a lot of times as we get older, we go through life, we navigate through this journey. You look to bond and connect with people on a more intimate level. And based upon where all of, where we are in life, man, you know what I mean, our hangups, some of the shit that we still hold on to disallows those intimate connections from maturing. However, you cannot allow your frustration to undermine who you are when people are bent up, caught up on that misunderstanding. I used to think that comprehension, I'm sorry, I used to think that communication was the key, when in actuality, it's twofold. Comprehension and understanding is the most important factors in communication. Because if I don't understand where you're coming from and you don't understand where I'm coming from, that's a shit show waiting to happen. Because we don't seek for context, we don't seek for clarity. And this is one of the downfalls when it comes to communication, right? And a lot of times, man, those factors fucks us over. And you can throw people away who are good for your life because of that hang up. Your commitment to misunderstanding where other people are coming from. Instead of asking questions, you get in your feelings and shut down and take shit personal as if people are your enemy. I've realized and come to terms with two of the most scariest places in most of our lives is being vulnerable and being open with people that sees that vulnerability for what it is because of the past bullshit, uh, the best part of ourselves to people who mishandled that, right? And a lot of times unconsciously we take that on in our lives and either we bury it, either we, you know, blow it off as if it doesn't exist. And a lot of times we weaponize people in our lives that we know that are good for us because we're programmed to wait for something that we don't like or for something that they do to offend us, to give us a reason to shut people out of our lives. Ain't that some shit? But we do it, right? It's not fair to ourselves. It's not fair to those people that you know that is genuinely good for you. But because of your commitment to misunderstanding, you will build a fortress around yourself and insulate yourself to protect that hurt because of your commitment to misunderstanding. Ain't that some shit? That's a commitment that you made. That's a vow that you have given. And it's unconscious a lot of times because we think that based upon our education, based upon our awareness, our intelligence, that we still don't have holes in our armor to protect us from that deception. As we say, that bullshit. And we carry that into every relationship that we go in until we ready to face that head on, that the shit that I got going on the inside, people that I know that is good for me doesn't deserve. And when it get to that point, we got choices to make. It's called accountability. It's called taking responsibility. Because the reality is that when we mishandle that responsibility of relationships, and we conveniently so easily discard each other. Ain't that some shit? It's amazing to me the more I think about this. It's so easy to discard each other. Because we trying to protect bullshit that we know that is not good for us. But that's the only way we know how to survive. So we look for shit that makes us feel uncomfortable in each other. And it ends up being the very thing that causes us. Instead of seeking understanding, instead of being comprehensive enough in your communication, we choose to ask questions for clarity, to clarify, to get some kind of context to understanding. Because some people, man, you'll be surprised, man. We can be in our head so much, man, that, you know what I mean, that commitment unconsciously come on us. Man, I ain't dealing with that bullshit, man. That's what I see. As soon as you see something that you don't like about somebody, that's the reason why I don't fuck with people these days. I've said that. I've been guilty of that. And it's like, what is it that's in us that causes us to commit to that misunderstanding? And I get it now. It's the shit that's insulated in us still that causes us to remain in a state of victim Olympics to win that gold medal that results in nothing but bullshit. It's fucked up, right? It really is. And so now, the person that's being misunderstood, you have to build some thick skin. Because you can't be a savior to people. Everybody, including myself, have to come to their own conclusion of what side of the track they want to be on in your life. As a result of that, you have to allow those people to make that decision. Because you got to know within yourself, the person that's misunderstood, you got to know within yourself your intention and your motivation and the place of where you coming from when you give yourself to people. See, that's why I say, being emotionally connected is sometimes more deeper than having sex. Because you're opening up your soul, you're opening up your spirit, you're opening up your mind to allowing people into your world to see you for who you exactly are. Good, bad, right, wrong, all of that. And that shit is scary for some of y'all. And that's why your relationship don't last as far as you can see the doorknob on your front door. Because of your commitment. Your perception of people. You're a fan of your own pain to such a degree that you will sabotage your relationship because you insist on misunderstanding people. You insist on being committed to misunderstanding people. And it frustrates you because you know that's not you. Right? That's something that we all got to overcome to one degree or another. I know this is long, but for those that listen to this to the duration, hopefully you find a nugget in this. Because it's an age-old issue that hangs us all over. This is not talking about being tolerated. It's talking about real celebration here. It's talking about real, genuine connections in life. Because most of us don't have a lot of people that we confide into on a real intimate level. Don't get it twisted. Because we know majority of the people are on fuckery. They on that bullshit, right? Of course they are. Guess what? Sometimes you are too. And you got to admit that to yourself. Yeah, I be on that bullshit sometimes. And it's not cool that I distribute that to people and give that to people for them to take it while I make the excuse to justify my behavior to remain the same and not giving myself the opportunity to change because of that which I'm used to. Your commitment. Let's park right there. You're committed to misunderstanding people. And you get mad that when people don't want to talk to you, don't want to open up to you because of your commitment to misunderstanding them. Where's your ownership in that? You're committed to misunderstanding these people. And if you're committed to misunderstanding these people, you're setting yourself up to be alone. Because you're a fan of your own misery. Misery loves company, right? And a lot of times, misery it doesn't come from the outside, it comes from our own fucking mind. You can overthink a thing and be dedicated to overthinking to where you get so insulated into your own thoughts that you say, fuck it all. Cut the bullshit, man. Cut the bullshit. Everybody's not your enemy. And on the other hand, yes, sure, everybody's not your friend. But let's part right. Everybody's not your enemy. Some people have your best interest at heart, but because you so on the bullshit, you don't want to allow that. Because you look for the flaw. Because you know how we can say it's too good to be true. And it comes to the point where, you know, we get to the place where, oh well, we become nonchalant. It don't matter. Fuck it. Move on. As you know, in the world of narcissism, we'll discard each other and look for new supply to drain the shit out of. As long as we getting what we want, fuck everybody else, right? I mean that's basically how it goes a lot of times. When we get what we want, fuck them. That's the mind of a narcissist. It sucks life and doesn't know how to give it. It just knows how to suck. So therefore, when it sees that it's not getting what it wants, it will easily discard and look for new supply. Because the world that's created in the mind of a narcissist, it hides behind perfectionism. It looks like it has everything together, but on the inside, it's the most chaotic world that you can ever experience in life. And hell, let's be real about it. We all have that particular trait to one degree or another that just roams in our soul. Fuck that, not me. I'm getting rid of that motherfucker. Because I refuse to let that kind of mindset destroy relationships that I know that is good for me. But hey, on the flip side of that, you can't force something to be if the other side is not willing to contribute or to participate. Right? So at the end of the day, you can only be you. And you can only give that which they will allow you to give. Otherwise, you're like on a hamster wheel, frustrating the hell out of yourself, trying to prove to somebody that's committed to misunderstanding you. And at that point, that's a losing battle. That's like fighting your own shadow, dog. Fuck that. But don't let that undermine you from being who you are. Still be who you are. And you pray that those people will come around, man, and see, damn, they really are good for me. But it's me. I'm on that bullshit. Because of my commitment to misunderstanding them. And as long as you are in that position of misunderstanding people, you'll never grow past your commitment. That's the word of the day.